there YouTube, and welcome to a Who review. I am Davros and I'm a Whovian, and today I review Doctor Who, the Ark in Space. So, the Ark in Space is a 4-part serial from 1975. So after the Doctor, Sarah and Harry set off into time and space, they find themselves on a spaceship that is an Ark floating in space, and the Doctor finds that this is a few thousand years old, and the crew begin to awaken after they find out that their whole ship and everything was sabotaged by some bug insect infection. And of course one of the crew members, Noah, like Noah's Ark, is infected with this and turns and mutates into this bug-like insect creature, and there's this insect-like parasite that's going around as well that awakens, and the Doctor has to find a way to stop that from happening, and for the people, the crew of the Ark, to find a new home, find their way back to Earth and that. So let's get on to my likes and dislikes. So first of all, the likes. I thought Tom Baker was good in this as the Doctor, as he always is. I also thought Harry, played by Ian, what's his name, was good in this, with a more, sidekick-like role. Elizabeth Sladen, she was alright, but I feel that she didn't play a full important part in the serial. I mean, she still did good. She still, at one point she was like the damsel in distress, but the Doctor soon resolved her problem and stuff. I also liked some of the crew. I liked the character of Noah, and how he slowly turned into this insect on it, and I can probably see how it was scary back then in 75. But looking at it now, it's not so brilliant, which I'll get to in the dislikes in a moment. I also liked that they digitally remastered this. Now, there's two versions of this. There is the unaltered version, and then there is this newly remastered one. They remastered this one, digitally remastered, because at the beginning when we see the spaceship, we see it all practically done, like it's a little plastic spaceship toy model thing that they've got, and then there's the whole done practically, but then there's the CGI version, which is the same sort of look of the ship but computerized and done a lot better. So I like that they did do some good touch-up effects on this, but of course I also thought the practical effects were good too. I have seen the one where it's unaltered and the practical effects, but I rewatched it recently for this review, and I have noticed there is some digital re-alterations in there, which I thought was okay. Let's just touch the effects up a bit, but still I think there were some poor effects here and there, especially with now the dislikes. I thought some of the effects in this was still that they didn't do were a bit dull, especially when Noah was mutating and we see bits of his hand, and looking at that I could tell that it was bubble wrap painted green, or it was green bubble wrap. I could tell that it was bubble wrap he was wrapped in, so it didn't really look that scary. It looked pretty dull. Even the effects for his final mutation, when we see him fade into the insect, I thought again was a bit poorly done. I thought the insects and the monster and that was a bit of a letdown. They were puppets, and you could clearly tell there were people operating in poorly done suits that were insects. Yeah, I don't know what the budget were for this serial, but I think they spent a lot of it on the other effects than the monster, and I guess also part 1 felt like it dragged on a bit because it was the first of a 4-part serial, so they got time to build it up, which again is something I thought it got a bit boring in like the part 1 and bits of part 2, but it got going once parts 3 and 4 happened. So yeah, so I thought this was okay for a Tom Baker serial. Tom Baker was good as a Doctor. I believe this was his second outing as the Doctor as well, and it was just before he had his encounter with the Daleks, and they introduced Davros into the whole show. So my ratings now, I'm going to give the performances I'll give the performances an 8. The visuals, see, it's hard for the visuals because it's like remastered and that. I'll give the visuals a 7. The writing a 7, and my personal, I'll give it an 8. So there you go, that's my review on Doctor Who The Ark In Space. Have you seen this one? Let me know down in the comments below if you have. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, share with your friends, and feel free to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and to hit that notification bell. I'm Davros the Whovian, and this has been a Who review. I upload every Tuesday, Saturday, and rare occasions another day. Anyway, yeah, for now, that's it for this one. So until next time, run for your life.